Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 29 of the Epic Florida Project. We're back. We've got a nice show lined up for you. We've got some news coming around. We're going to go into a little bit of in-depth about Epic Universe because that's what brought on this show, of what we know. We're not going to go into massive details about it, but we will give you the general idea of what is coming to Epic Universe. And I can't do this alone, so let me introduce my fantastic co-host, Phil. How's it going, big guy?
Howdy everyone, I am doing great. And boy, if anybody's noticing the posters are slightly different, yeah, they are. I've been messing about with them again because I added Doctor Strange to the gang now.
Oh, so you actually got that one back?
Yeah, after me bugging people, this will probably bore you, but Cineworld Crawley, I actually bugged them on social media asking why they haven't got the posters out. Thought it's one of the biggest movies of the year, even though it was a meh movie to me, but I didn't understand why I didn't have it out, and I'm probably going to have to do the same for 4 as well. My mate Paul, he's having the same problem up in Manchester as well. I don't know why the cinemas, they get these posters for free. To put them out and let everyone have them from day one. Don't wait a week. Run over.
That's the way it is, isn't it? So let's get into some news, shall we? Have you got anything before we start?
Don't be silly, mate. You know me. I lose all interest in Orlando for a couple of months, and then I get my arse back into it because I enjoy it again then.
Right, well, I'll start off with Universal Orlando has backed the Sunrail expansion from the airport to iDrive. It looks like Universal are looking at putting some money towards it.
Do you know, I hope this goes to Epic Universe as well, because yeah, it's the right place, Phil. Yeah, because
Yep.
all the way down to the convention centre would be no good for me, where I stay.
Well, we'll get into that with Epic Universe in a little bit. There's a little thing I found out. We'll get into that, why that might not be a problem. And we'll get into that. But reading the story, the $1 billion plan is to bring that Sunrail, extending it from MCO into Disney Springs and iDrive. And Universal are going to put some money towards it, it looks like. So that looks like it's going to be another option to get from MCO to Universal at some point.
Fair enough.
So that was a quick one I had. I've got some more somewhere. Let's go to Disney World, because this is mainly for the UK guests. It looks like from the May the 26th, Disney will be offering 2023 holidays with a bit of a incentive, shall we say. And the incentive is you will get up to $1,200 in dining and merchandise credit per room. Disney's 14-day Magic Pass for the price of 7 days, so you still have to pay for it. It's not free. And you also get $200 Disney spending money. It does say terms and conditions apply. You'll be able to find out more on May the 26th. Check our socials out for that. We will tweet it or Instagram it, whatever we do. But let me just put this into perspective. It's up to people. You're not going to get $1,200 for bookings Pop Century for 7 nights. You're going to have. It's going to be up to, like they have done with these dining credits that they've recently done, which have all gone absolutely AWOL, and people have been given the wrong card, and people have paid for stuff, and they've got more money on it than they should have had. Don't expect miracles. It's not the dining plan. And if you saw what I put, the dining plan's gone. This is their replacement. This is their way of thinking you're getting a bit of a discount, but you're not really. That's $1,200 for a family of 4 days. 4 days maximum for a 14-day trip. So
it's rubbish.
Sorry to be a bit of a downer on it, but we'll see. We'll know more on the 26th of May, but I'm going to tell you now, don't get your hopes up that this is going to replace a dining plan. It's going to be your saviour. It won't. Disney don't care about the dining plan. It was something they put in to get people into the parks and into the hotel rooms, and they wish they never did because it became a necessity for people.
I know we
and
don't
Disney's
like
going
doing,
away from that now.
I know we don't like doing rumours on this, but did you see the story about mousekeeping?
No.
It's a rumour, guys, so don't take this too lightly right now, but being Disney and Paycheck, as I call him, it probably is going to be true. Apparently, they're going to start charging guests for daily mousekeeping. So housekeeping, for people who don't understand what that is. So getting your rooms cleaned in the hotel rooms. Daily.
I know they used to give you an incentive not to get your room cleaned. used to give you maybe a gift card. If you only want to do once a week rather than every day, they'll give you an incentive of $100 gift card for not having your housekeeping done. But
I like what the end of
to be honest with
summers
Disney,
do.
it doesn't surprise me. It really does not surprise
I
me.
like what Universal End of Summers do. They only do a very quick clean through most days, and on the 7th day they do a deep clean. Now, Disney, I think you're shooting yourself in the foot if this is true, because I think I feel sorry for your cleaners straight away, and they're going to deserve a pay rise, because a lot of people ain't going to get their rooms cleaned, and when they leave, them cleaners are going to have a hell of a job to do.
Yeah, but well, I can't really say much because
Also,
I've only stayed on Disney. I've only stayed on Disney property a couple of times, and I only stay for a night, maybe 2 nights at the most. So I don't know how much cleaning gets done really.
It's
I'm in and out.
It's also the tips, though, isn't it? A lot of them rely on them daily tips, and they're not going to get them.
Yeah, well, it all stems down to give them a decent wage, and you won't have to tip.
No, we all like that.
Sorry, America, this might offend you, but the tipping culture you need to wake up and smell that. The tipping culture is not the way it should be. You should tip for great service and great food, not tip just because they brought you your food.
I just think it's simple. Give them the fair basic minimum wage, what would be about $12, $13, $14 an hour. And any tips on top. Yeah, I knew it was around that area. I don't live there, so I'm not sure. But they should also be allowed their tips on top. Cleaning and that is a horrible job. I look, people, I'm a cleaner myself, and we don't get any gratitude for what we do. I went to work through the whole pandemic and pretty much kept, well, it felt like for 2 years, I kept COVID out the whole office. Over cleaning and everything. And did I get a thank you? Did I get anything out of it? Not really. So cleaners are always forgotten about. People just think, oh, it's a cleaner, who cares? I'm telling you, a cleaning job is one of the horriblest, hardest jobs to do, with no satisfaction with it whatsoever.
No, well, I've never been a cleaner, and I can't comment. So anyway, let's get away from the mousetrap, because it's
before we go, can't we bring up the thing they're talking about changing dress codes because of TikTok trends?
Oh yeah, go on. You know more.
So over the past few months, TikTok has exploded with viral videos of guests attempting to dress code at Walt Disney World. Now, some of these have been a bit risque, and they've been like Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, and that, getting right on the edge. And pretty much now, Disney have had enough. It's meant to be a family-friendly park, isn't it? So social media, because they don't like guests getting photos with other guests. It's a strange thing, the mousetrap. It's a very strange world. Everyone thinks it's the happiest place in the world. I beg to differ, but that's my opinion on it. Copycats, all that sort of stuff. I'm just trying to find out what they're doing, Disney. So a lady, I think it was to do with a lady at Epcot. She got in once and then twice. Second time she didn't get in. There's nothing about what Disney actually. So it appears to change from the past instance. Walt Disney World would offer a free shirt to guests barred from entering the parks due to dress code. So it looks like they're going to get rid of the free shirt and that. Not let you in.
Yeah. That now that rings a bell. Yeah, they're wearing not just risque, but possibly offensive material on shirts as well, just so they can get a free Disney shirt. Yeah, people, don't do that. Do us a favour, just don't be that person.
And I'm on TikTok, people, and well, you don't want to see my TikTok because it's boring. It's just advertising my YouTube. But I'm not even going to advertise that right now. That's for another show. But seriously, if there's a TikTok trend, you don't have to do every single one. People, be original. Most of them TikTokers out there are people who are original, and the big ones, the ones who do the same trend. Yeah, you get a few thousand likes and follows and that. But come on, be original. If you're going to go Disney, have some fun. Make some original content. Advertise the park because, quite frankly, Disney needs it.
Yeah. So,
right, I'm going to stop the mouse bashing from today now. I think.
Yeah, we'll stop the mouse bashing. We'll just go to Universal bashing.
Oh dear, they can't always be perfect.
No, well, I know you're not really bothered about this, but the Monster Cafe at Universal Studios has permanently closed.
You're wrong. I am, because of Halloween Horror Nights. That definitely means there is no dining thing beforehand they used to do this year.
No, but it's officially closed. The official said it a couple of days ago. It shut its doors a couple of days ago, and then they've officially said it's not going to reopen. It's going to be rethemed. I think the words were it's going to be rethemed to the area.
Oh God!
So to me, with it being right next door to the Minion ride, I'm doing air quotes because we still don't know what's going to go there because they haven't told us anything about anything after Shrek 4D. But to me, it's going to make a little bit of a Minions land as you walk into Universal.
I think the kids need a better new land. It also tells me Woody Woodpecker lands off soon. So,
well, Five Plus Playland has been closed for the last week. That's another bit of news.
I know, that's a shame because I want to try that with my niece. But Universal wants. I just want to say, yeah, I'm upset it's closed. I went in there in December. Even if I don't eat now, I used to love walking in there.
Yeah. All you need to do is keep your eye on the prop shop. If stuff starts appearing in the prop shop, it's gone for good. If they don't, wait a few years. Epic Universe. We'll get into that.
You know it's going to Epic. We all know it. A better one, a bigger one, probably, hopefully.
Well, we'll go into them individual lands like I was on about on another show, but there is potentially 2 restaurants in that one. But we'll get into that in a bit. SeaWorld, we're going to quickly mention it here. SeaWorld have released their tickets for Hollow Screen. Everything's available. Universal, what are you doing?
That's what they're doing.
Tell us something. But you want to go into more detail, you want to find out all that, you need to go over to our other show, Epic Haunts, because we're going to go into full details of all their ticket lists in the next episode. So get yourself over to that one. What else is going on? We do have rebar in SeaWorld as well at the new roller coaster they're building. I noticed today. I'm not seeing the full video yet, but there's rebar and foundations going in for the new roller coaster.
Yeah.
But I think it's penciled in for next year, 2023. So things are good. Things are looking up in the world. There's not really much else I can think of off the top of my head.
No, you want to get into Epic?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I've spent most of my research doing this. So this may be me looking down quite a bit because I've got quite a few notes.
I do hope you read them out. I need a good laugh, people, because when I do Epic Phil Hotel Help, Simon loves to WhatsApp me and take the mick out if I get a word or two wrong in it. So Simon,
yeah, but you're reading word for word. I'm not reading. I'm just writing.
You're not weeding. You're not weeding.
I'm not weeding. No, I'm weeding.
You're not in the garden weeding.
No, I need to do that tomorrow, actually. But right, here we go. Let's get into what this show was actually based on when we first decided to do it. That's where the names come from. Epic Universe. As far as I know, it is back on track for a summer 2025 opening. Maybe earlier. We don't know yet. But if you don't know, there is 750 acres of land that are being built just south of the Universal Resort that is there now. And it's going to encompass, I think, 5 areas, because they're not saying land yet, they're just saying areas at the moment. I'll go into them areas now. We've got the hub area, because they're actually classing the hub, which is the bit you walk through in the entrance, as an area. Because I believe it's going to have 2 attractions. Let's make sure we know the right. Yeah, there will be 2 attractions. One of them is supposed to be like a stained glass dome, sort of maybe carousel ride. Can't be 100% certain. But there also is a dual track coaster going to be in that area as well.
This area is actually in the theme park, or is this like the city walk type of area?
What it is, it's as you walk into the entrance, you're going to have what they're going to call the hub. So there's a lake in the middle, there's attraction, there's walkways to the right and to the left, all both which are covered, by the way, supposedly on the plans and the stuff that all come in. And you can either go left or go right, going towards the lands, but the hub is going to be in the centre, so you can enter the hub from each land in and out.
No, that's all I wanted to know. So it's not like, because I was trying to figure out, because
it's a bit like
on the map it looks like the hotels in the theme park, and I thought that can't be right.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit in a minute. So,
I didn't even know.
From what I can see on the plans and the applications that have gone in, if you go to the left, there's going to be a lot of dining on the left-hand side, heading towards the 2 lands that are on the right. And on the right, it's going to be a little bit of dining or a massive food court. And then you move on to the other 2 lands that are on the right-hand side. So what we'll go into, I'll go into the lands that they're expecting to produce. They're going to do Super Mario Land. That is the only one that has been confirmed. It was done on an earnings call about 2-3 weeks ago. They actually officially said Super Mario World is coming to Epic Universe. That's the only one that's officially we know about. In Super Mario World, from the plans, there's going to be potentially 3 rides. It's going to be identical to the one in Japan, with the Yoshi ride, which is indoor and outdoor, the Mario Kart ride, and then we're going to have a Donkey Kong minecart coaster ride, because that's going to be the future expansion at Japan. So it looks like we get 3 rides in that area. And just to the side of that, you're going to get to what will hopefully and potentially will be my favourite area, the Universal Monsters area, which the theory is it's going to be themed to Frankenstein's village, which will be quite cool because it's very spooky. Potentially two attractions and 2 restaurants, but no permits have been put in for them that area yet. So that's still up in the air whether we're going to get any of that. Then if you carry on down the right-hand side, as I was saying, there's a left and a right around the hub. You'll be coming to the first area on your right-hand side, which will be How to Train Your Dragon.
Meh.
Well, this to me is the kids' area because plans are looking like there's going to be a lot of small flat rides in there.
I still don't think it's How to Train a Dragon, mate.
But there is, well, I can tell you one thing that is guaranteed. There is a roller coaster in it, and it's officially being done by Intamin. Because Intamin have just put shipping labels on track from Germany, being sent to the United States for the project number.
You need to tell people who Intamin is, mate, because not everyone listening.
That's what I was about to say. But Intamin are a roller coaster manufacturer, and if you've been on the Velocicoaster or Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, they are the makers of them 2 rides.
Well, I think the roller coaster would definitely be How to Train a Dragon, but I think it's going to be themed more around Wonderworks, whatever they're called. What's
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks? That's the one. Wonderworks. That's a totally different place.
Well, there is, but like I said, we'll go into more detail of each individual land as we get more information. But at the moment, there's going to be a roller coaster. There's going to be a boat ride in there, which we don't get many boat rides at Universal. But we are. And like I said, there's going to be a lot more smaller flat rides, which if you know what flat rides are, they're just rides that you can wheel in, plunk down, bolt them into the floor, and they're built ready. So which actually makes me think it's going to be roundabout aimed towards the kids. So, and then at the side of that, well, not at the side of that, but the next land over, we were going to say, I was going to say the Fantastic World, the Wizarding World of Fantastic Beasts or whatever it's called. But I think it's going to be Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Why didn't they just call it
more like?
I've said it for the film franchise, and I'm going to say it for the theme parks. Just call the whole thing the Wizarding World. You can mix anything in you want there. Movie-wise, you can make new stories up for movies and TV series if you wanted to. As my device tries to tell me I need an update, go away, Windows.
Well, yeah, it's kind of confirmed, not confirmed, but it is looking more like it's going to be Wizarding World. Whether it's Harry Potter, whether it's something different, we don't know. But the rumour is the Ministry of Magic attraction that was supposed to be going where Fear Factor is now going to go into Epic. So that is the big rumour going around, and that's only from the last few weeks. So, because the Fear Factor stage is staying up at Universal for Halloween Horror Nights. Another thing. And quickly, what more have I got? We'll go back to the hub, because in the hub, technically, it's going to be themed towards the elements. So I thought, well, what's this going to mean?
What is his name? Captain Planet?
Well, there is a spacey bit to it, but it's supposed to be the entrance and the hub as you walk in is going to be based like to water, because there's going to be a fountain in there and stuff like that. You're going to have the food court to the right, which is all supposed to be wind effects.
It's Captain Planet.
And then you've got the barbecue. You have a barbecue restaurant that they're expecting to be in, which is going to be themed towards the fire side of things. Yeah. And then where that roller coaster I was on about, that dual coaster with that carousel thing, that is supposed to be themed to outer space, or the ether of outer space. So,
have Universal bought the rights?
Do
Universal have the rights for Captain Planet? I want to know.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have to swap my headphone over if you're seeing this in the video. Don't worry about
it. We're so professional today.
Well, the battery just decided to die on me. But at least you can still hear me. That's the thing. And as you talk about the elements, the hotel will be at the top of the hub area. Where, yeah, looking from the entrance, you'll see the hotel because the hotel will be facing into the resort, or that's what the theory is. And they've actually has had a patent just put in, or a copyright by Universal. I've just put in a copyright for Universal's Helios Grand Hotel.
What?
Helios. And Helios is the god of sun in Greek mythology.
Who the hell thought that sounds good?
Well, that's been thinking, and if you want to know more information, do me a favour, go over and go to Theme Park Stock on Lisa Stella, because that's where I've got most of the information from, and she goes into massive detail of everything.
Listen, the name is terrible, but I could get behind the theme in Greek the Greek mythology of a hotel, and that would look fantastic in my opinion. But the name is typical of Universal and Disney in the last few years. They come up with a dartboard and throw, what stupid name can we make?
Yeah. Well, if it works and they're linking it all into actually all the hotel into the theme park itself, that's great. It'll work great. So, but if you look at also, I'll just quickly go into this bit and then we'll go outside the park. The plans look like they have got two massive expansion pads as well, ready to be used whenever they need to after everything's reopened. And one's between Super Mario World and the Universal Monsters. And that one is supposed to be double in the size of Super Mario World. So what they're using for Super Mario World now will be doubled in size. And then the other one is between the How to Train Your Dragon and the Wizarding World. But that area is technically twice the size of the other expansion pad. So that's where I think the theory that there's going to be 5 lands, the hub area and 5 lands, and that'll be the 5th land that they add at a later date.
Yeah, it should be Star Trek, mate, to just absolutely destroy that boring Star Wars rubbish.
Well, there is a little bit of space in the middle, so you never know. So moving back, well, not moving back, but moving outside the park, to get to Universal's Epic Universe, they're making a massive expansion to Kirkham Road. They're making a massive extension. 30 many people.
Some people do.
Yeah. But what they're going to be doing is they're going to be extending it down so it hits the new road that they're building, which is going to be called Universal Way. Very original name. But it's going to be, and they expect all that work to be done by spring 2025, which gives you an estimation of when the park is expected to open. But that expansion on Kirkham Road is going to be 3 or 4 lanes on one side, 3 or 4 lanes on the other side, and then 2 lanes in the middle for bus routes. So there'll be a direct bus from Epic Universe straight up to Universal Orlando Resort.
Be interesting. I presume they still have a different bus route as well for Surfside and Dockside, because where they're situated, it'd be easy to go straight down that road.
They could do, but once again, Universal Boulevard is being looked at as well, and that is going to be extended a little bit. But to get you from Epic Universe to Universal Studios will be literally the guided. It'd be technically a guided bus rail with the road.
Yeah, obviously, I'm just thinking obviously the hotel what's not in the central hub. So Surfside and Dockside, I think they'll have their own route down that road. They won't go out left and down another road, but they can go straight down a road.
Well, the way Kirkham Road is and the expansion that they do on it, they may actually just do a little turn off. They could always put a little ramp to turn off to jump over onto Endless Summer.
We'll see what happens. I think it's a bit more trickier than that, but we'll see what happens with that. I'm interested. I'm not overexcited right now until more news comes out, really. I want to start seeing stuff now.
Like I says, at the moment, is potentially going to be 4 roller coasters, potentially 5 if they go ahead with the rumoured expansion they're going to do on one of them. But 4 roller coasters, 4 brand new roller coasters to enjoy, quite a few dark rides. It's gonna take a while for us to all know exactly what's going to be happening. Don't forget, we're supposed to be getting something on Trek within the next 18 months, but we don't even know what's happening yet. So.
Well, because Universal in the last couple of years, because of the Velocicoaster, have got a new marketing trick. They're just going to build
Say
it,
nothing.
and they're going to let the vloggers and that and the podcasters advertise for them for free. Simple.
Yeah. Well, it works.
Yeah.
So with that, that's just a quick oversight of Epic Universe. If you want us to go into detail of every single area with the restaurants, the potential restaurants, food, shopping, attractions in each land, let us know in the comments or on Twitter at TEF Project. I'm not too sure. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. But easiest way, if you're watching this, leave us a comment down below which lands you think are going to be coming to Epic Universe.
TF Project. And I think it's TF Project 1 on Instagram.
Yeah. So let us know what lands you think are going to be coming. Let us know if you want to hear about every single individual land, and we'll do a little bit of a segment in each one. So
can I just point something out quickly before you send us away? People, if you listen to the podcast but you'd love to watch us on YouTube as well, the name of the YouTube channel has just slightly changed. It's now Universally Epic Shows, because there's so many epic shows on YouTube. We added the Universally bit. Kind of obvious why we put Universally.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when I personally look for epic shows on YouTube, even though it's our channel, when you've got like 7 or 8 different ones turn up, it's like, how? You only have one name, but supposedly there's 7 epic shows out there. So instead of it having to look that, just put universally epic shows, and you'll come up straight away. And we're still there. More subscribers, please. We're 123. I'd like to get to at least 200. I know. I'd like to get to at least 200 before we go to Florida in September, which is 4 months. So do your little bit if you can. Subscribe, comment down below, all that.
Cheers.
So if you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify, follow us, leave us a 5-star review or whatever rating. Whatever podcast you're listening onto, just hit that subscribe, follow, whatever it is for that actual app, and you'll get downloads every single time we record, because we are going to start ramping this up a little bit. We're not going to be higgledy-piggledy. That's a great word, that.
Oh my God.
See, there's the laugh that everyone's been asking for.
Higgly, I'm done.
He's done. Right, we'll just sign off there, guys. I will catch you in the next show. See you later, guys.
Higgly, piggly off.